The Life of Alexander Hamilton, A Tale of Ambition, Struggle, and Legacy. Ladies and gentlemen, today, we gather to celebrate and reflect on the extraordinary life of Alexander Hamilton, a man whose name has become synonymous with the foundation of the United States, with relentless ambition, and with the unyielding pursuit of greatness. His story is one of triumph over adversity, a narrative so rich in drama and emotion that it resonates deeply even centuries later. Born in 1757 on the island of Nevis, Hamilton's beginnings were anything but illustrious. He was the illegitimate son of James Hamilton and Rachel Fawcett, a woman who had fled a troubled marriage. His early years were marked by hardship, poverty, and a struggle for survival. Yet, even as a boy, Hamilton's intellect and determination shone like a beacon amidst the darkness. Picture young Alexander, pouring his soul into a letter describing a hurricane that ravaged his homeland. This letter was so eloquent, so vivid, that it moved the local community to sponsor his education abroad. Can you imagine the emotions coursing through him, a boy leaving behind his desolate home for a chance at something greater? That spark of hope ignited a fire that would never be extinguished. Arriving in New York in 1772, Hamilton's world expanded. He attended King's College, now Columbia University, where he devoured knowledge and developed a sharp intellect that would later become his greatest weapon. But Hamilton was not content to remain an observer of history. No, he was determined to shape it. When the American Revolution erupted, Hamilton seized his moment. Joining the Continental Army, he quickly distinguished himself with his brilliance and bravery. Imagine him, a young man in his 20s, standing in the presence of General George Washington, commanding respect through sheer force of intellect and charisma. Washington saw in Hamilton a kindred spirit and appointed him as his aide-de-camp, a position that allowed Hamilton to be at the epicenter of the revolutionary struggle. But Hamilton yearned for more. He craved action, the chance to prove his mettle on the battlefield. In 1781, he led an assault on Redoubt 10 during the siege of Yorktown, a decisive moment in the war. Visualize him charging into the fray, his heart pounding not just with fear but with the unrelenting drive to make his mark. His courage helped secure America's independence, a testament to his belief that destiny was not a matter of chance, but of choice. With the war over, Hamilton turned his attention to nation building. Here, his genius shone brightest. As a delegate to the Constitutional Convention, he advocated for a strong federal government, envisioning a United States bound together by shared purpose and ideals. His contributions to the Federalist Papers, a series of essays defending the proposed Constitution, were monumental. Even today, his words resonate, a beacon of reason and clarity. As the nation's first Secretary of the Treasury, Hamilton's brilliance transformed an ideal into a functioning reality. He crafted an economic framework that stabilized the fledgling nation's finances, established a national bank, and laid the foundation for modern capitalism. His vision was audacious, his work meticulous. Yet, his policies often made him a target for criticism. Hamilton's life was not without its shadows. His fiery temperament and unyielding principles made him enemies, most notably Thomas Jefferson and Aaron Burr. His personal life, too, was fraught with turmoil. His affair with Maria Reynolds became the first major political sex scandal in American history. Imagine the anguish he must have felt as his private indiscretions threatened to tarnish his public achievements. But it was his rivalry with Aaron Burr that would ultimately lead to his tragic end. In 1804, their animosity culminated in a duel on the banks of the Hudson River. As Hamilton stood facing Burr, what thoughts must have raced through his mind? Did he ponder the legacy he would leave behind, the ideals he had fought so hard to uphold? When the fatal shot was fired, it wasn't just a man who fell. It was the silencing of a voice that had tirelessly championed the idea of a united, thriving America. Yet, even in death, Hamilton's legacy endured. His ideas continued to shape the nation he loved so dearly. Ladies and gentlemen, Hamilton's life is a testament to the power of resilience, vision, and unrelenting determination. From the poverty of his youth to the pinnacle of influence, he showed us that greatness is not handed down but earned through effort and sacrifice. Today, as we reflect on his journey, let us not merely admire him from afar. Let us draw inspiration from his story. Like Hamilton, we all have the capacity to rise above adversity, to dream boldly, and to leave a legacy that endures.